Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fellow shedheads around the world, welcome to Captain of My Shed. I'm Captain Mikey, and on this episode, we're done. We finished. We've finally completed the workshop. It obviously needs to get fitted out inside now and organized, but as far as the building goes, we are done. Very exciting times. So since the last episode, we've got this painted, clad, trim, lights, and we've also put in a bit of a special window too. So stick around to see that get installed. I did lose a lot of footage for this episode, so it is a little bit choppy, but I hope you can excuse that, and hopefully you'll get something useful out of it anyway. I'll see you at the end. Thanks very much for watching. All right then, well, I think it's looking really nice in here now. And I know it's only a workshop, and I could just leave it like this, maybe cut in at the edges, but I figure we've come this far, I may as well put a little bit more effort in and make it look nice and finished. So today we'll add a bit of form. We're going to put skirting boards around the bottom edge, and then I've got some pieces of wooden trim to finish up the where the walls meet the ceiling, and then these two main strips down the side where there's a bit of a gap, I've got a piece for that as well. So it's not going to be anything fancy. I'm literally going to cut it, put it in place, nail it in, done, and forget about it. But it will make it look a lot nicer in here and a lot more finished. So that's today's job. Let's get on with it. Okay, I'm going to start putting these boards up. They are about 18mm, 20mm thick boards, nice solid sturdy tongue and groove boards, tannalized. and so largely weatherproof, should last a bit longer because they're tannalized. I'm also going to end up painting them. Now, one of the things they tell you about tannalized wood is not to paint it when it's fresh. Give it a few months to properly dry out and then paint it. So probably towards the end of the summer I'll paint this. I'll paint these boards. A lot of times I guess the recommendation would be you put a batten, a thin batten even, behind or on a couple of thin battens on top of your membrane, and then this will get attached to the battens, creating a little air gap there, which will help the building breathe. In my previous workshop, I didn't do that. I just put the board straight onto the membrane. It was quicker and easier to do. And I think if I were doing a much taller building that was going to get wet, or I weren't painting the boards, then maybe I'd consider doing the battens. But I don't think they're necessary. I have spoken with my mate Dave, who's built everything from houses to sheds to workshops and everything in between, and he's confident too that this will be fine. It will still, any moisture buildup will still dry out, just not quite as quickly, and I genuinely can't see where there would be moisture buildup in this building. It is watertight and it's up off the ground, so the issues with damp are not going to be the same as you might get in a garage, for example, or a normal shed. It's got good airflow all around it. It's all timber. It'll breathe nice and easily on its own. But that is the recommendation. So if you're doing this, consider that. Also bear in mind, if you are painting these boards, because over time, as I say, they will dry out. That means they're going to shrink a little bit. You're probably in the summer months going to end up seeing a little bit of a gap develop in between the boards as they dry out and contract, and then they may swell back up again in the winter. So if you do paint them, you are probably going to have to fill in that little gap, hopefully only once, and then the next season the paint will already be there. Shut up, Mike. Nail things to walls, please. That's one little side done. Didn't take too long. It's looking smarter already. That's great. Same on the other side, and then we'll get on to this bit. Okay, this is part of the build I've really been looking forward to. We're going to start making it look nice. It looks okay at the moment with the cladding up already, but we're going to put some nice finishing touches to it, which will really set it off and make it look like a really nicely finished building. We're also going to put something in that hole there, and one of the comments on my last video, kind of taking the mickey as to how bougie this was that they said, oh, I'm sure you're going to put a stained glass window in there or something. And, well, wait and see. to wet the work. That's good squeeze out. I don't tend to use too much glue in my glue ups. I figure as long as some of it is getting squeezed out all along the seam, then what's left is what's needed. What's left in the seam is what's needed. Everything else is excess. Hey Alto, how are you? Good. Yeah? Come on. There we go.
Clad. Hold on for doing clad.
Yeah.
Who did this one for you? Because I didn't go on the side, did I?
I didn't have to. Okay, so I picked this up for a few quid. I can make this out of wood fairly quickly if I have my workshop up and running, but obviously I don't. Need to modify it a little bit and then we're going to fit it up there. Alto, watch this.
What's he going to do? It's heavy, whatever it is. What's that, Alto?
Windmill.
It's a windmill?
Yeah.
So, we're going to start the decking now. I need to cut several boards, all exactly the same length. So, Heath Robinson's called again. He wants his jig back, but this is it. Just a place to bear up against and a place so that I know that when I push that into the corner, I'm pretty square up against my my saw fence as well. And yeah, that's it. It's taken me what, a minute to put together. It feels like you're going to be wasting time when you start making it, but it takes a minute to put together, and it will save me on aggregate probably about 5-10 minutes faffing around with measuring and correcting where I've measured wrong. So yeah, let's get on it. I don't feel very much like talking.
Glue on nail or not? Look at that. Look at that.
Just nail it and then.
Look at that. That is phenomenal.
T90. I forgot to push record, so you haven't seen the absolute mission it's been to get this in. So I have to think of a better way to do the other three. But I'm nearly there on this one. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain, but I have got another plan. We'll see how this goes. Take some of the weight, hopefully. This could be a disaster. Yeah, it's a disaster. What's supposed to happen is I put both the wooden pieces up, the wooden lengths, and that panel should just slide in nice and easy. That's not what's happening. Okay, all the lights are up. Use the laser to get things nice and in line and level. So it's just these 4 panel lights. Now, every time I spoke to anyone, let me just turn this off. Anytime I spoke to anyone who knew anything about LED lights, and I said, yeah, they're 47 watts panel lights, and they looked at them and went, it's gonna be a bit bright, isn't it? So, and because I don't know too much about electrics and that side of things, I'm a bit slow when it comes to that. I just thought, it'll be fine. So, let there be light. Ta-da! Oh, they really do. I wouldn't say too bright at all. They throw a nice diffused light around the whole workshop. Thank you very much, as always, for watching to the end. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something useful out of it. And it's been fun to share it with you for sure. Now, the next episode, as I keep saying, is going to be full of information, like maybe some of the details that aren't quite as obvious from the videos that you've seen and the episodes that have already been, along with a breakdown of cost, time taken, money saved, materials used, all that kind of stuff. That will come in the next episode, but for this one, it's a wrap. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.